everyone, and welcome back to the flag series. Today we'll be talking about the non-binary flag. But first, we're going to give our quick introductions.
So I'm Rowan. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm non-binary, so that's perfect for this week.
I'm Ray. I go by he, him, they, them pronouns. I am trans-masc non-binary.
And I'm Danni, and I go by she, her pronouns. So our first question for you two is, what does it mean to be non-binary?
So non-binary is usually under an umbrella term, so it represents people that don't identify within the binary of male or female. So you can be feeling like you're male and female at the same time, or neither. There's a lot of terms underneath them, like gender fluid or asexual. I mean, agendered. Asexual is a different thing. So
different flag.
That's an upcoming episode.
Yeah. Get to wait for that one.
Yeah.
So just continuing on from what Rowan says, that's the book definition of it, but it can be anything for anyone. Because I thought originally I was non-binary, but then I realized, I'm more on the masculine side. I'm not really sliding anywhere, but I still identify as non-binary. Because today I was feeling really maxed this morning, then something happened in between. Then I'm like, no, I'm more androgynous now. I'm more in middle sliding. So it really depends on you. So there's no textbook definition for anything with gender,
which is why it's an umbrella term.
Yeah. Nice. That was a really good explanation. That was awesome. Next question. What are the correct pronouns for a non-binary person?
Well, that's trickier because non-binary people go by a slur of
slur.
I think that's right. Either way, a group of different type of words that could be. The most common one is they, them, like how I identify mainly. But there are pronouns like z and zer, and I think there's others. I just don't remember the others. Do you know of any more?
It's just z and zer that keeps coming to my head.
But I think there are a couple other ones that are more gender neutral, but the most common is they, them.
Nice. Does non-binary come under the transgender umbrella?
I'm going to just straight up say it. Yes, that is why white is inside the trans flag. Now, some people disagree with that statement, but technically, considering the definition of trans is someone that doesn't identify with their birth gender, it does fall under it. Just some people don't feel like it does, and that has sparked a little bit of controversy.
Yeah, and for me, yes, sorry, didn't interrupt, but I identify as trans, but I also identify as non-binary, because for me it's still the same, because I'm definitely trans, but I'm definitely not completely trans. I'm not to the fullest extent trans, but I'm not to the full extent non-binary too. So I'm a mixture of the two.
I think it was perfectly summed up. You don't feel like the gender you were when you were born. That's exactly what trans is. So I think that's perfectly explained and true.
Yep.
And our last question: what is a non-binary representation in the media that you have seen, or you've grown up with, or has inspired you?
Cartoons.
Mainly cartoon-based stuff, like recently in She-Ra Princess of Power, Double Trouble, Rainbow Quartz 2.0 from Steven Universe. Not a cartoon, but Sid from One Day at a Time. And then most of the other experiences I've had from non-binary representation has been on YouTube, so YouTubers that identify it that way.
And just like celebrities that identify, Sam Smith has come out as non-binary. Sam Smith's non-binary. I've recently found out that the actress who played Rue in the Hunger Games is now non-binary.
Really?
Yes, there's other celebrities that's come out as non-binary too. There was another one that's I had before and it's not coming to mind. Jonathan Van Ness from Fab Five, that he identifies as non-binary but uses he him pronouns still. So
A lot of the time use he him pronouns,
a
but
lot of time, yeah.
I think the biggest what's it called, celebrity that I've seen is, do you guys know Jinx Monsoon from RuPaul's Drag Race?
Are they non-binary?
They're non-binary, even
Oh wow!
yeah, so they them. They're awesome. I love Jinx Monsoon.
Yeah.
They even wrote a song about it
No.
called the Gender Binary Blues.
Oh wow! Yeah.
It is such a good song, but
No,
yeah.
gotcha. Gender non-binary, please, gotcha.
Yeah, so that's who I've known. And that starts another question. What would it have meant for you guys to grow up with more non-binary representation?
I probably would have figured out my identity much faster.
Mm.
Would have figured it out in high school, maybe even earlier, but I grew up not knowing what a lot of the LGBT culture was like, anything, including sexualities, which is why it took so long for me to find them. I had to find the information and then develop who I was from there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to learn it from Google. I would have just been like, oh, I identify with that person. I think that person is yada yada yada, and figured it out from. I had to say, I don't feel like this or this. What am I? Sort of thing, and through friends. But if it was like put out more and a little bit and more encouraged to be yourself, it would have been a lot easier. And now it'll be a lot easier for some of my friends too who are having a hard time coming out.
Yeah, definitely. And I think there's still a long way to go, but eventually we will have that representation because it is very needed. Very needed.
Definitely.
Yep.
Like I just found a musical recently. One of the main characters is shut up here. One of the main characters that's portrayed is played as non-binary and is either not male or female, and the role was originated by Peppermint, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, so she was on there, and yeah, so and it is a great role. Would you shut up?
What musical is it?
Head Over Heels.
I will have to research that because I have not seen it, but I want to.
Yeah. It's a really good one. It's a jukebox musical, so all the songs from the Go-Go Girls.
Oh my god, yes.
Shut up! I like musicals.
We are musical here, Rowan. Accept it.
I'm a cartoon geek. I get it. I'm just saying, I don't know why I can't stop laughing, but the fact that you're just geeking out.
Because it's good.
Well, that's all the time we have for today. And I want to thank you guys for showing up and talking about it and hopefully educating people out there on what it means to be non-binary. And I hope you guys like this video. Stay tuned for next week's flag.
Great. Yeah.
Bye.